Hunt Showdown can be a really intimidating game for new players. The audio in particular is extremely overwhelming. Learning the sounds of the different types of guns in Hunt is crucial to learning how to approach fights and to becoming an all-around better player. However, learning these sounds while playing a game and trying not to get shot in the head in the meantime can be really difficult. What if I told you there was a hidden feature in the main menu where you can learn these sounds outside of an actual match? Stick around and I'll show you how. Now from the main menu, what you want to do is click on Arsenal. In the Arsenal, you're going to see all the weapons available in the game, even the ones that are locked. You can see here I have a lot of locked weapons because I just prestige again. I'm only level 20. But you can actually filter these guns from the top too. So if you look here, you can see compact ammo, medium ammo, long ammo, and shotgun shells. We're going to start with long ammo. One of my favorite guns in the games is the Sparks. So let's scroll down to the Sparks in the armory, and then click on 3D view. Now, not only can you view this gun from all different directions, which is really cool, you can actually shoot the weapon and listen to what it sounds like. Now, if you listen to that, you can hear it's got a nice echo and kind of a loud, whippy kind of sound, which is the best description I have for really. I'm not very good at describing stuff, but you can hear with your own ears. Got a very long echo at the end. It reverberates. Now, what a lot of people don't realize in this menu too, you can actually scroll your mouse wheel back and go back to 100 meters. You can still kind of get that reverberation sound, that whippy kind of sound. You can hear that it's a long ammo gun. And even back to 200 meters, you can still hear it still goes. And what a lot of people don't realize, especially when starting out, is even if somebody's 400 meters away, which is a good 1 or 2 compounds away from where you're at. So a lot of new players think this sound is really close, where it's not. It's pretty far. So you don't have to worry just yet. But it's a good idea to just pay attention to where they are. But paying attention to where they are is important, as the map awareness is huge in getting better in the game. Now let's go back to another popular long ammo gun, which is the Mosen. Click on 3D view. And if you shoot this weapon, you can hear it's very similar as far as the echo. It's got a little bit different sound, but for the most part, these general rules and sound profiles are gonna be very accurate as far as you knowing whether you're dealing with a long ammo rifle, a medium ammo rifle, and a small ammo rifle, or a pistol, or a shotgun. You can still hear that echoey sound. And when you go back to even 200 meters, you can still hear that sound just lingers on it. It's kind of on an upper register, as opposed to a shotgun, which you hear later, which is boomy, but more of just a guttural bass boomy. So next, let's go to medium ammo. And one of the more popular guns is, make sure you unselect long ammo because they'll be mixed together, is the Vetterli. So let's go to the Vetterli Carabiner. 3D view. Now it's similar to that, but it just doesn't have the same punch, and the echo isn't as long. So you can kind of hear a distinct difference there. On 100 meters. Now these things are very important. So if you hear, let's go back to the long ammo. Or now let's go to the Martini Henry. Here we go. So you still got that big, that highest register, long echoey boom. So you know that that's a long ammo rifle. You want to be careful because there's a good chance that this person has some type of scope, and there's probably people on the outside of the compound that you're pushing into. So you want to be aware, and you don't want to sit too long on the edges because you're going to get sniped. You really don't want to sit still at all. You want to keep moving. You want to stay in cover because there's going to be people most likely camping. Now, if we go to compact ammo, there's a few compact ammo rifles, like the Winfield is real popular. This is one of my favorites, the Winfield 1873C. Now you hear it's a little bit tinnier now. It's just a little bit tinnier. Very similar, but you don't have the long echo. You'll get to know the weapons the more you use them too, but this is just a good guide to start you out with and to learn how to play certain situations. Let's go from that to a pistol, which most of the pistols use I'd say a good majority of the pistols use small ammo, but there's some that use medium and large and long ammo, but I mean, that's very rare and they're usually pretty expensive, especially the long ammo ones. So, but you can just tell too, you'll hear them, they're louder, and we'll show you in a second. So let's go to the Caldwell conversion, which is one of my favorites. See, when you hear that one, you can almost hear the pin hitting. Hear that little tink? So that's how you know you're dealing with a pistol. Now, learning pistol shots are important too, just as much as the big guns. See, here's from 100 meters. And from 300 meters. But learning pistol shots, especially from a closer range, like 100 meters to 200 meters, is really important. So say you're approaching a compound, and there's somebody in the compound shooting you with this pistol. You'll probably even be closer. Let's say 50 meters. Let's go half. That's probably about 50. You can tell that's a pistol. Now, if somebody's shooting you at 50 meters with a pistol exclusively, you can be pretty sure they have a shotgun, so you do not want to push them unless you have a shotgun and you're super confident. But if you push them, you're most likely going to get one shot. So if you're using, a medium to long ammo gun, your best bet is to keep your distance, and that's going to be your advantage because you're going to be able to hit harder from further as opposed to them who's going for the one shot, and they're most likely sitting in a corner and waiting for you to walk up to them. So it's just a good idea to just pay attention to what kind of guns you're hearing so you know which way you want to approach a different fight. Now, just for example purposes, let's go back to long ammo and to one of the long ammo guns like the Uppercut, which is a favorite. Go into the 3D view, shoot your weapon. So that one's a little tougher to tell, but you can still hear it's definitely louder than a regular pistol. So this one is more of like if you see somebody shooting a pistol and you hear it booming like that, then you'll know it's a longer ammo or a medium ammo gun. Like I said, the pistols, telling the different ammos, at least for me, is a little bit difficult. I think that's just going to be more from experience. And even let's go with the Spark. I think let's see, the Sparks pistol, which is another one of my favorites. This one probably sounds closer to the Sparks. It's not quite as echoey because it doesn't have the long barrel, so it's a little tougher to check. But like I said, there's some outliers to here. Not everything's going to be 100% on the same, like as far as every single long ammo sounds the same, and every single it's probably 80 to 90, and there's definitely some outliers that you're just going to have to learn from playing the game and experience. Lastly, let's go to shotguns. Let's click on probably one of the most popular ones is the Romero, because you start out with it unlocked. So let's hop in here. Now you can definitely hear the difference between that and one of the regular ammo guns. It's very boomy and bassy and just guttural. So when you hear that, you know to keep back unless you have a shotgun, but be very aware there's most likely somebody sitting in a corner waiting to blow your face off. Even from a distance, I think it's pretty easy to tell the difference. Instead of, it's still boomy, kind of like almost like, it's kind of echoey like the long ammo, but it's very low and bassy, and it just sounds very distinct. So again, you want to play that fight a little different. You want to watch your distance because they're waiting to shoot you from close. And a lot of these guys will just sit in a corner and wait to shoot you in the face. So just be careful. Also, just as a side note, when you're in here, if you want to find a gun without scrolling, you can actually just search for it. So let's search for like the, I don't know, the label. Boom, it shows up. Then again, we can go back in. Shoot it again. There's that high-ish, kind of whippy, very echoey sound. And even going back to 500 meters. It's a little tougher, but you can still get an idea. But you know, if you're hearing a rifle this far, that you're pretty good. I don't even think you can see somebody from 500 meters. Like, it's probably possible, but chance of getting shot from 500 meters is not good. So again, that's important to know how far people are so you can judge when you're in a fight and you hear shots. So this way, you know, if you hear this, when you're in a fight and you hear this in back of you, get ready because there's a long rifle coming. So watch out. There's people coming behind you and you know how to, you know, you got to either push in or rotate so you don't get sandwiched and put in a pinch. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys find this video really helpful for you. I didn't even know this feature was in here till about 800 hours in. So it's really good. I suggest you hop in there. Even if you're not new, it's really good just to get a better idea where you're not under pressure of how the different guns sound in game. Thanks so much. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you like this video and it was helpful at all to you, just keep an eye out. We're going to be posting a lot more tutorial videos on Hunt Showdown on the page in the future. Thanks for watching and have a great day.